What's up, man? This your big brother K-Rino. We out here in Austin, Texas, man. The great city of Austin, Texas. Out here during South by Southwest weekend. And for those of y'all who may not know, South by Southwest is a big music festival, convention, seminar. I don't know what to call it, but a lot of artists come from all over the country, all over the world to perform at different events that take place right here in Austin. So Austin becomes like the epicenter of music for this particular few weeks that they have this South by Southwest thing. And I've been coming for a long time, man. And I kind of saw it when it was way smaller than what it is now. Now it's gone pretty big, pretty mainstream. And that's kind of what I want to talk to y'all about is understanding that you never know where your work is going to take you. You never know what your planted seed is going to grow into. And that's really the focus of this conversation. It's like we'll get to doing things. We'll start working on stuff and doing things on a small level, and time will pass and we start thinking, man, this ain't really working, man. This ain't really working. I've been doing this 4 years, 5 years. It's not really coming together because our impatience and our lack of understanding makes us feel like we flopping. Man, this is a flop. This thing is flopping. No. Now, don't get me wrong. Sometimes when we jump into the wrong thing or we may jump into the right thing and we're doing it the wrong way, we're not carrying out the process the right way, yeah, it might be flopping. But a lot of times it's not flopping. It's just that we impatient thinking it was just supposed to happen instantaneously, and that's not how it works. Let me do something real quick to give y'all some understanding. Like, if you see this tree right here, if you see this tree right here, this tree goes all. Now this is not even just a big, huge tree. Like maybe that tree straight ahead is a little bigger. That tree started very small. It started from a small planted tree. It didn't shoot up to the height that you see it at. It didn't shoot up to that height in a month, in 2 weeks, in a year, 2 years. It took a while just for that tree, and that's a small tree, to get to where it's at. But now it's firmly rooted, now it's established, and a lot of the main growth of that tree took place when nobody was paying attention to it. Didn't really pay any mind to it. It was just like, okay, now it's this big, now it's it. But you never really thought about it until now you look and say, whoa. Now the tree is strong enough to hold people. If somebody want to climb up that tree, they can climb it. 4 or 5 people can get in that tree, and it's not going to take the tree down. That's how our efforts are once we stay on it. We plant that seed, nurture and water that seed enough to where you can get to strengthen it, and the roots are firmly planted, the foundation is firmly planted to where now it can uphold you and it can uphold others. That's what you want to do. But don't be so quick to just stop, man, and let people get in your head, or even worse, getting in your own head. Stay out of your own head if it's not positive. I saw this thing build up from nowhere, and I respect it because, hey, man, look, that's that's my story. That's how I get down, man. I started my career in the darkness, and most great things start in the dark, and then by the time they hit the light, it's too late for people to shut it down. It's too late for people to destroy it. It's like being born. You're born into the womb. You conceive, and you're forming in the womb of darkness, and the mother doesn't even know she's carrying you for a while until maybe some little symptoms start to kick in, or sometimes symptoms don't kick in, and it's like, whoa, all of a sudden she's showing. So But what developed in that darkness is developed to the point where it's strong enough to come to light. So keep working, man. Keep your foot on the gas, and eventually, if you're doing things the right way and you staying consistent, you will start to make some noise, man. You will start to make some noise. Don't let nobody tell you, oh man, you still doing that? Man, you been doing that. You still trying to get progression is not always heavily noticeable. You know, progression is not something that is always just eye-catching or popping out immediately. You know, sometimes look, if you don't see yourself grow, we don't see ourselves growing. You don't even see your children growing per se. In other words, you was a baby at one point. You didn't like, ooh, I feel myself growing. Oh, my arms are getting long. You just over time, you were grown up. Over time, your children had grown up. Now, if somebody doesn't see you for a while, they'll notice the difference. But the people that are close to you and you being close to a situation, you don't always perceive the growth. See? But it's there. And that's the point. The point is that it's actually there. The growth does exist. But the people who are not around you after time, when they come back, they'll say, okay, I remember you was here, now you there. You know, they'll recognize it. So keep pushing, man. Keep pushing. The planet seed, bruh. The seed is tiny. The seed is super, super tiny. But that tiny seed will produce a giant tree. See? Look at how God works. All right, man, it's your big brother K-Rino. Don't never let nobody disrespect your efforts and make light of your efforts because you're in the baby stages. All right, man. Because sooner or later, you're going to grow up to be bigger than they can imagine. Catch y'all later, man. Peace.